You know, like when you're at the Dream Cruise and there's like a Boomer and a General Lee, and he has like the horn, but it's like he's done it so many times that it's like it's gonna be like that.
Oh my. Welcome, everyone, to episode 36 of the Daily Motor Podcast, where Chris is on a binge of watching people get mutilated by cars and mutilating cars and just general degeneracy in automobiles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is this how you're getting prepared for the week of the Mustang?
Yes, I got to get in the mood to run somebody over, I guess. This wasn't a Mustang though; it was an E36 wagon.
Yeah, that's surprising because that should be like a classy person.
You know. And it's one thing to like F up and crash, but also like this guy fled the scene. So
big no-no. Daily Motor top tip: if you're gonna kill someone,
don't flee the scene. At least try and save yourself that way.
Yeah. Although going to jail either way, I guess.
Yeah, but it's worse jail if you flee the scene.
It's worse jail. They send you to like extra painful jail
if
you flee the scene. Daily Motor Podcast, ASMR all brand edition. This week at the Daily Motor Podcast, we drove the BMW i4.
eDrive 40.
eDrive 40. Good car, however, due to the chip shortage, you can't have purple interior lighting or working radio by the end of the loan. It's like a lease.
Yeah.
If you don't
the chip
maybe that's
expires.
what it was. Maybe there's a monthly payment for
the
audio for the and
it's
they
not September yet though.
And they stopped paying it. Well, maybe their turnaround date's
I guess
the
it could've,
26th or something. Because when Chris was driving in this morning, no radio, no audio, no sound that would come out.
I
of the
swapped cars with Charlie yesterday and grabbed the i4. Actually, it was like 2 days ago, and I tried to like tap to repair my phone and it just wasn't working. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. Sometimes cars get confused when you have three phones paired and two of them are in the same place at the same time. So I waited till I got home, shut the car off, turned the car back on, tried to pair my phone, didn't work. Restarted my phone, restarted the car again, tried to pair, didn't work. So then I gave up because I was sitting in my driveway for 20 minutes. And then I went inside, came back out the next day, nothing worked. And then this morning I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll just listen to Sirius XM. Like, I don't have a problem with that. And that wouldn't work.
And then we tried FM radio.
And then, and personally, I would rather ride in silence than listen to AM or FM radio.
It's such a Gen Z thing.
And we go to film the wrap of the review this morning, and you tried to do the FM radio, and that didn't work either. It's like the volume knob just did nothing.
But it did come up on the screen, and it just didn't. It said just nothing.
Yeah.
I wonder if resetting the infotainment system would have fixed it. We should probably
Possibly
try that.
Yeah. Is the key? Speaking of that, is it ready to go out there? You have the key.
In it.
Well, the key's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you'd like to come steal an i4, get here quick.
Yeah. Get here quick.
The key's just sitting in it out there. Yeah. Good car though. You said you'd take one over a Model 3.
Yeah, I've never driven a Model 3 though, so I don't know for sure.
That's fair. But imagine just a Model Y that's a little bit more fun to drive.
Yeah, I'm not.
Chris doesn't want to be associated with.
Well, there's
Tesla
that,
ownership.
and I know there's that part of it, but I also don't love. I don't hate Teslas, but I just would rather be in a BMW, even though the infotainment doesn't work. Actually, you know what? No, give me the Tesla Model 3 because the infotainment would probably not just stop working.
It is interesting how Tesla, despite being such an infantile car company, their infotainments are generally pretty robust. Like I've had more issues happen on other random cars. Like our Maverick has more infotainment issues than our Tesla did.
Ford. Sync.
I know, but it's such a simple infotainment screen.
I know.
But sometimes Ford we'll get a phone call and it just won't come through the screen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My dad's RS has had issues since it was new. The infotainment just has been so horrible on that car.
Why is Ford infotainment always so bad? Because Chevy infotainment's always so good.
Yeah, Chevy infotainment's good. We need to make an infotainment tier list because Ford would be at the bottom.
Ford would be pretty low. Who else would be? Toyota. I don't like Toyota's
Toyota's, it isn't bad. It's just so old.
And it's ugly.
Yeah.
It's very unappealing.
Yeah, it does have
visually.
the Tundra and Sequoia has totally new infotainment, which is it's just like that. So the Lexus system, the new Lexus system is the same.
New NX and the new RX.
Yeah, the only thing with those is you have to like be embedded into the car. Like you have to have like a login and stuff to access things.
No, it just adds extra features. Like the memorizing your seat and things like that.
Right, and like saved destinations and stuff.
Yeah, and radio functions and climate. There's
So
another
a lot
car we
of-
had recently
a lot
that
of
had
things.
that functionality as well. I can't remember what it was, but a lot of new cars are having that.
Yeah, because the Audi. Yeah.
Well, I think
The RS3.
I think the Nissan, maybe the Rogue had that or something, and the BMWs I'm pretty sure have
Nissan
that.
Rogue, good car.
Yeah. Again, sorry Nissan for
Sorry, Nissan.
not filming that car.
If we would have shot a review, the thumbnail would have said, "Sorry, Nissan."
We messed up. It's a good car. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else about the i4? Oh, amazing highway range. Very efficient car. This didn't even have the more efficient 18-inch wheels. The 18-inch wheels would have gotten you about an extra 5 to 10% efficiency on the highway.
Yeah.
That car with 18-inch wheels would be able to go about 330 miles on a charge. That's only like if I remember correctly, like a 70 kilowatt hour battery.
Yeah.
Something like that. I mean,
Unfortunately, you got to have that M Sport pack. So
you're right, because it's more important to have the M Sport package than a working radio.
yes.
Yeah, those are priorities at BMW. Yeah, I mean, it's a fun car to drive. There's plenty of power.
Yeah. Hans Zimmer noises, which were good.
Which were unlocked on our radio, fortunately.
What?
Which were unlocked on our radio.
Fortunately, you quite enjoyed the interior color.
I did. It's a dark,
it's like a
mocha sort of. Yeah, very mature. The type of color that I could see having for a long time and being satisfied with it. It would hide stains well. It wouldn't get obnoxious the way like a caramel kind of color would be after a while. I could see you being like, this didn't age well. I would like red. It's a nice dark red. Jeff, if you're listening, please build me a green exterior, red interior.
He wants the elf spec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know they're building a shorter range BMW i4 now?
Really?
Yeah, it's like the 35, like eDrive 35 or something like that. They'll have like 260 miles of range instead of 300, and a little less power as well, but it'll be a little bit cheaper. To me, I don't really see the point because it's still going to cost over $50,000. It's going to be like 50 flat. The one we drove would start at like 56.
56, yeah.
Just step up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Strange to me.
No, I agree.
Don't be poor.
Don't be... Daily Motor top tip. Don't be poor, according to Charlie.
Yeah. Get your shit together.
Okay, don't cut that so it's just me saying it either. He said it first. Yeah.
Who edits the podcast?
Don't cut that so it's just me. No.
I don't even really cut the podcast.
No,
I just pretty much just poop them out. Just whatever goes in comes back out.
Uh-huh.
What else about the i4? It was white.
It was. Rear-wheel drive, of course.
It was one of those cars that it was so good that it was a tad boring.
Until the infotainment stopped working.
Yeah, and then it was not.
Then it was
good.
just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a good car, though.
That's right.
We also had this week the Audi RS3, a much more interesting car.
Yeah. That was a high expectations, neutral reward.
I'd still consider it to be a pretty good car.
Yeah, it was.
It
was a good car.
It wasn't very manic.
No, which is what I was disappointed with.
We have to...
All cars should just drive like this one.
Yeah, Julia's a good car.
Yeah.
We have to sort of remove ourselves from the mindset that we only have this car for a week, so we need it to be like as crazy as possible for that week. We need to try to put ourselves in the mindset of, okay, who's buying a $60,000, $70,000, how much does that car cost? $65,000 Audi sports sedan, like RS sports sedan.
Yeah.
Probably someone who's going to be dailying it. Probably someone who needs it to be
useful. Probably work at Quicken Loans.
Probably works at Quicken Loans. Works in or has needs the car for a variety of reasons. Going to drive it on the weekend and during the week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe put some people into it from time to time. Put groceries in it, perhaps. You never know. Flowers for your mother-in-law. it's going to have to provide a wide range of needs. And
Right.
I quite appreciated how when I got in it this morning, it was drizzly outside. I was just needed to get to the office. I wasn't interested in hooning it. And it was very docile for that. It rode decently well. I really like the steering in that car. It's fairly light, but very snappy, very quick steering.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some lag to the turbo and to the powertrain in general. The Topher pointed out that peak torque doesn't come on until something like 3,500 RPM, whereas the previous gen RS3, it came on much sooner.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked having to work for it in that car because what it does, it creates a separation of your casual driving and your spirited driving. If you're in a car that's all spirit all the time, even in like normal mode, then you don't really get to separate those two of like, this is my chill time, this is my go time.
Right.
And the RS3 did really allow you to feel like it was two entirely different beasts. However, I will agree with you and the Topher that the $1,000 sport exhaust should have been louder.
Yeah.
It should have made it so that when you put it in dynamic mode, it really sounded like, okay, like this thing's ready to go. And instead it was just like a little louder.
And also Audi puts soft limiters on their cars, which Europe stuff, you can only rev it to like 3,500 RPM while it's idle.
But that's because it's not a car for degenerates.
I know, but you just said that
and
you wish
only
the
degenerates
exhaust was
piss
louder.
revs their cars.
It's not to piss rev, but if you're like, okay, for instance, do you watch Car Wow? Car Wow drag races?
Yes.
So they always line up the cars for the drag race, and they rev each car before because it's a drag race, and they're like want to show the audience how the car
degenerates.
sounds. No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
As automotive journalists, we should be able to. Okay, here's something. Okay, when you start winding road night drives and you're driving something rambunctious, do you blip it when you're like doing before you do the walk around, like rev it up a little bit?
Yes.
I did that in the RS3, and it was so quiet that I was like disappointed in myself for even doing it.
But who do we do that for?
The viewers. Are you calling
the degenerate viewers?
Are you calling our viewers degenerates?
The ones who watch Winding Road videos and would get angry in the comments if we didn't rev it first.
Okay. Well, anyways, the Audi RS3 was too quiet, and I would not opt for the $1,000 sport exhaust. I would get the standard exhaust, and then I would put an aftermarket one on it.
Yeah.
And have it tuned.
Could you get it? You'd have to spend a lot because you'd want to have a valved exhaust.
Yes, you would. Yeah. Well,
I wonder if you could just like straight pipe the catalytic converters on the current exhaust that the car has, and then you'd still have the valving, but it would.
I don't think the car would like that very much. Maybe it would.
That's true.
I guess. Well, I guess what difference would it make if it's? Yeah. No, you could probably just fabricate that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I would get some sort of exhaust for it, but overall, I mean, I think it's the best Audi that I've driven.
Yeah, I think it's a cool car.
Yeah.
I think
I just wanted more.
You're right. It's a very good car for just the right buyer. But I think if you were expecting BMW M car or AMG car and you got in the RS3, you'd be a bit bored.
Yeah.
So it'd either have to be for a fairly boring individual or for someone like Moran who's going to tune the absolute piss out of it anyway, right. So he doesn't care what it sounds like. There were
some quirks, though. Like the front tires were wider than the rear tires, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
The front fenders were sick looking with those vents in them.
There's some torque steer,
turbo lag. I mean, there were like
there's a red flake in the paint.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
It was a cool color. I was
like,
disappointed when I saw the color at first, and then I like saw it in the sun, and I was like, oh, this is a sweet color.
Mm-hmm. It's a good color you'd want to own.
Yes, that's true.
You don't always want to own a bright highlighter green.
You can fly under the radar.
Yes,
but then also appreciate that red pink flake when you're looking at it in the sun.
Another thing is, I think the car would be really good on track. Like really good.
It would be super. It would be awesome on track.
Which is a bit strange to me because I imagine most people who could afford to daily an RS3 aren't going to also track it. I feel like they're going to have a separate vehicle for tracking. You're going to have a little like Spec Miata or Spec E3 Series or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to have a sporty sports car, like a two-seater for...
Like a McLaren.
Yeah.
Or even
Porsche. Like a GT350 or something like that. Like you're not going to take your RS3 out on track. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a strange car. It's a good car.
I would still say good car, though, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
You also didn't appreciate that the steering wheel was golf balled all the way around it.
Oh, and massive.
It's a large steering wheel, too.
Big.
It doesn't need to be that big.
I prefer the steering wheel in the previous gen RS3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Daily Motor top tip, if you want an Audi RS3, consider the last gen. That's
Yes.
actually a Topher top tip.
That is, but the interior, other than the steering wheel, is dreadful. So
Of the old car.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I quite liked the interior layout of this car. I liked
yeah,
the
the interior is nice in the new one. It's
Chris
really
didn't
nice.
like the gauge cluster.
He said it was too busy, too much going on.
Did he just change the view and like turn off? Because I'm pretty sure you can put like calm screen on the side.
I don't know. He said that he didn't like that you constantly had to look at your power and torque percentage on the right.
Oh.
He said there's just way too much going on.
That is fair. You should be able, all cars that with busy screens should have an option of like the calm screen.
Like a Lincoln.
Yes. Yeah, Lincoln actually does a good job.
There's nothing on it.
Lincoln has
It's
the
just a
old
blank
person
screen.
spec
Yeah.
screen option where it's just the speed.
Yeah.
Speed and if you're going to run out of fuel. That's it. And if oldies are playing. It's just a yes or no.
Yeah. Oh.
The Maverick bothers me in that way because if you want to have active lane keeping on, which in my eyes you should have on virtually all the time, because you never know when you're going to want to send a tweet.
Thank you.
When you have that on, it shrinks it puts these two giant line indicators in the middle of the infotainment screen, and then the speed, the digital speed, gets kind of tucked to the side.
Is that a digital cluster in your car?
Mm-hmm, because
Fully?
of the FX4 package. I think it's not fully digital. It's got 2 gauges, but it's got a fairly large digital screen in the middle.
Okay, right.
It's not the tiny Ford, just like small rectangle deal.
Right. Okay.
But the way I see it is like you don't always need those 2 giant lane indicators letting you know that the lane keeping assist is on, because it also has a tiny little indicator in the upper right, left of the screen. Just give me that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all screens should have a basic mode that just shows you the speed.
Calm screen.
Home screen. Yep. But yeah, RS3, good car.
Yep.
Not a super relevant car.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when the M2 comes around, oh daddy.
Yeah, we're excited for the M2.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
They haven't even like shown that yet, have they?
No.
They've shown it in camo.
Yeah.
It looks
Germans
sweet.
like to do that.
Yeah.
Tease their cars in camo, especially Porsche. I think Porsche intentionally like camo leaks their cars.
We knew what the GT3 RS was going to look like for like the past 8 months.
Yeah.
Because it's been driving around the Nürburgring for so long.
I feel like they just don't even try.
It's not even it wasn't even camoed. It was just like,
here
it
it
was just
is.
like a black GT3 RS driving around. Yeah.
Yeah. The third car we had this week, and to me the most exciting, was the F-150 Lightning.
Lariat.
Yeah, it was just it truly is a revolution in the auto industry.
It is.
For the best selling vehicle in the North American car market to go fully electric.
Yeah.
And to do a fairly good job at it. It's not like they came out with some nerfed version that can only do like 180 miles and everything. Like you could, like your father, for an example, has an F-150, a normal one, planning on buying a new one, has it on order, and quite loved the Lightning.
He did love the Lightning, yeah.
And wishes he could go buy one.
Yes.
Yeah. I showed it to someone who currently owns a 2004 F-150, tons of miles and everything, and he was like, this is the most amazing thing that I've ever witnessed. I mean, it's truly blowing boomers' minds. Not even boomers, Gen Xers too. I think it's a good Gen X car.
Yeah. And millennial.
Millennials too, but millennials can't afford it yet. Gen Xers are the ones who like can afford it. And I feel like millennials were already open to electric vehicles, whereas like this is converting a lot of Gen Xers to be like, oh yeah, I could own an electric vehicle right now, just like your dad.
Yeah.
When you told him before, he was probably like, oh well, I can't quite get that yet. Like it'd be like, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
But then after experiencing it, he was probably like, oh,
yeah,
I can do this.
He was a big fan.
Yeah. For example, the individual who bought the Hummer that we drove.
Oh, right.
Like, I don't think he would have ever considered an electric vehicle before that.
No.
But he loves that Hummer. He's kept it.
He still has it?
He still has it. He never sold it. He could have sold it for twice as much as he paid for it. He still has it. He loves it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And he's kind of the type of guy who likes to have show-offy sort of things and stuff too. So the Hummer fits him, but he drives it from down here to up north. Like and he makes it with like 15% charge. So
wow.
Yeah, he very much enjoys that car. So I think taking cars like these trucks and just making them legitimately good electric vehicles is what's converting a lot of people who before like would have no interest. Like I think my mother would very much enjoy the F-150 Lightning.
Okay.
She just has an edge right now. I don't think she'd buy one.
Yeah.
She has no need for a full-size truck.
Sure.
But like if they just came out with a normal Ford Edge that happened to have 300 miles of electric range, I think she would do it.
Yeah, except they're killing the Edge, so
I think they're killing it just to bring an electric version out.
fair enough. Like only electric. Because it'll go away for a little bit and it'll probably come back as only electric.
But see, this is
if it even comes back.
This is what confuses me. What are all those thousands, tens of thousands of people who buy Edges all the time supposed to buy now? Because the Escape's too small and the Explorer's too big.
A Lincoln Nautilus.
That's horrible. That's so sad. If I went to my mother and said, you have to buy a Nautilus, it'd be the equivalent of putting her into a nursing home.
I think it may be Mustang Mach-E.
Mach-E's too small. It's an Escape.
It's a little bigger than an Escape, the Mach-E.
In terms of like actual interior space, though, I bet you it's the same, if not a little smaller. Oh, gosh. We don't want what you're selling.
Hi. We're recording the podcast. Would you like to say hi?
Sure. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, Charlie.
Everyone, you may... Perfect.
Lunchable.
Two
Lunchables.
Everybody's favorite Daily Motor podcast sponsor, LaCroix.
Thank you.
I want to say hello to Emily. You may remember her from one of the previous episodes.
Where I'm looking. Oh,
There.
it is right there. Hi.
Yep. That thing. How was Target? She said it was busy.
Did you get lamps?
I did get lamps.
She got some lamps.
In your car?
Yes.
Are you enjoying this play-by-play of
some lamps and some yogurt.
You're
she
having
got
one of
lamps
those right
and
now.
yogurt. Yeah, why not?
True.
That's warm.
I also got strawberry watermelon Mio.
Is it pronounced
we
Mio
have that
or
one in
Mayo?
the fridge. Oh, that is a big
strawberry
one.
watermelon. What if you put Mio into a LaCroix?
I was just thinking that.
Were you really?
Why don't you try it?
Okay.
Unless you
I've never had
scared
Mio.
of ruining
Does this
your...
have caffeine?
No.
Is it B vitamins?
Nope.
Just
It's
flavor?
just flavor. Just...
It's not open. We'll have
Also, why are you... do you have to shake Mio?
I don't know. It just seems like the type of thing you should
I
shake.
think so, but I don't think it hurts it.
Malic acid.
I don't know what that is.
You're going to want to be conservative with how much you put in there, though. Because, like, one, like, squirt is enough for a water bottle. Where did my water go?
All right. We're finding out if we're going to bring Mio on as a sponsor.
Yeah, well, right now we've got All Brand, we've got Hillshire.
Is that
we've got Lunchables.
is that Lunchables with Hillshire? Oh, you got him separate Hillshire. Is that an adult Lunchable over there?
It is.
This is an adult Lunchable because I wanted some protein. So this has Genoa, which is meat, salami, Gouda cheese, and almonds.
I have no way of shaking this part now, but I guess I'll just hit the bubbles. Will mix it up.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
The Mio on the GT2.
Oh, good.
Lauren would appreciate that.
So many props today.
Not bad. Emily, what did you think of the F-150 Lightning? She thinks it's fast. It is very fast.
It's really
actually.
fast.
A Tesla.
Model Y.
Yeah, she
a
drove
Tesla
Matthew's
Model Y.
Tesla.
And I think
Oh,
that
thank
the
you.
F-150
Oh, it's definitely faster. Is it?
Then the Model Y? Oh, yeah. It's
Really?
faster than the i4, too.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because the Model Y is a dual motor though, but still, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That the Lightning is so fast, and that's another good thing that they did with it is they didn't make it boring. I mean, it's a genuinely exciting car.
Very fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and because the power is so instant, it's not like a Raptor where you'd have to shift down about 8 gears to get into the power band. Yeah,
Yeah. Which is why you think the Raptor should be electric.
I do. I think there should be a Ford F-150 Raptor E or E-Raptor, depending on how.
They would call it a Raptor Lightning.
No, I don't like that.
Okay, well, that's what it's going to be.
Okay.
Okay.
Mach Raptor.
Mach Raptor. Yeah, Raptor E.
What else are you up to today, Emily? You working?
Yes.
She works in 2.5 hours.
Cool.
Ish.
How's your Jeep Compass doing? Still garbage. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it loud, Chris?
It's just that engine is just loud.
Tiger Shark?
Yeah, Tiger Shark. Isn't that a jet ski? Isn't there a Tiger Shark jet ski?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they name the engine after a jet ski?
I don't know. That's a Jeep. If you're watching, let us know.
Yeah.
That's probably more of a. I don't know who built that engine. It's not
Fiat.
a Jeep engine. Fiat.
It's a Fiat engine because it's in the 500X. and probably the 500L.
Yeah. Can you imagine driving a car with the actual term L in it? You're literally
L.
taking an L every
Taking
time.
an L, 500L. Why did they call that the 500L? Because it
long.
Yeah, but it was also like bulbous.
Long.
Yeah.
I don't know why'd they call the 500X X, because it was sporty, because you could go like cross country with it.
Yeah.
Well, this podcast has gone off the rails.
I know. Yeah. Well, William. No.
We should just cut from before to like after with all this
stuff
on here.
Yeah, right.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we can talk about what we're driving this week.
We will. I'm just waiting, and I feel.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's
this
your
is
meal.
yours. Oh.
Yeah, it's
We
great.
have this.
sorry.
We have this flavor here.
Okay. I wouldn't have opened it. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
Go drop your packages off at Fanny.
Oh, thank you.
Did you sell some steering wheels?
No, I sold some.
Fuel door.
It's stuff that Stu gave me. You know that box of parts that was sitting out here?
Vaguely.
Stu get. Okay. Are you sneezing?
No, my nose is bleeding.
Oh crap! Emily, the nurse
No,
is here.
Right here in the drawer.
Emily,
I believe,
there's
in
things-
my desk, that left drawer, leftmost. I think there should be some napkins in there.
This is a thing for you around noon.
There isn't? Oh no. Oh, it's Nathan's desk.
It's
think.
Nathan's desk.
Out there with the wheels.
Oh, there's wheels on it?
Left. No, it's just the left.
Why is your nose bleeding?
I don't know.
Don't tilt your head back. Just swallow it.
Yeah, that's what I
You
do.
can't do that.
You can't do that.
Why not?
It's bad for you.
Head forward and pinch here.
No.
The screen just glitched.
Yeah, everything's going down the toilet. Daily Motors closing shop, everyone. It's our last podcast. All right, I think we can
Are you
soldier
good?
on. I don't know when I'm going to cut back in, so let's just let's recap about the Lightning being very fast.
Mm.
No, it is one of the other things that they did so well with the Lightning is just how fast it is. Because I think it makes it not only a good electric vehicle and a good truck, but also an exciting
It is a
vehicle.
quick car.
Yeah.
Everyone I took in the Lightning, they could not believe how fast it was.
Yeah.
It was like a whoa, like a holy crap, like actual like shock.
Right.
Because you just don't expect, aside from it being an electric car, you don't expect something that big to be able to like get down like it does and hit that hard,
Mm-hmm. And you never have to wait for the transmission to downshift. It's
Right.
always right there.
Instant.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, and you pointed out when we first went out on a drive in it that this model, the one we're in, doesn't have the fake noises.
Yeah,
But I'm okay
did they
with
get
that.
rid of that? I don't know, because it was on.
Chip shortage.
It was, yeah. It was on the Platinum that we drove at Mama, and I didn't see it anywhere on the Lariat. I mean, unless it's like deep in the bowels of the Ford Sync, but
The bowels of sync. Let's take a quick look here. Let's go to cast the screen. Ford.com. I actually think this tastes worse with the Mio in it. Unfortunate. It also could be the fact that it's warm.
yeah, we need to stick those in the fridge.
Yeah.
Thanks. Shout out Emily for bringing us.
Yeah, thank you, Emily. I don't know what part
refreshments?
of this podcast we'll leave in. Okay, so you can get an XLT. That's what it was.
Oh my, what?
Yeah, that's why I said there's no point in getting the XLT, because Larry, it's only $5,000 more. Ah.
I want a Pro. Give me the Pro.
The problem with the Pro is it's standard range only.
So
Standard range is like 230 miles. I mean, for work things, it'd be totally fine, but
how much is the standard range XLT?
it's a $20,000 jump for battery.
For 40 miles of range?
Maybe it's more dramatic than that. Let me see. Why wouldn't they show just the...
I like how Platinum is just have it all.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart for them to just have like a I want everything.
$96,000 they raised that up to.
Mm-hmm. F-150.
Did they raise
Light.
prices on all four trims?
I believe so. Yeah, everything went up by like $6,000. Standard range.
Yeah, because weren't they bragging about how the Pro was like under 40? It was like 39.9 or something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a much bigger gap. It's 230 miles versus 320 miles.
Okay.
So that's a 90-mile range jump.
Plus, it's probably the extended range is probably faster, right?
Yeah, for $20,000. So you could get a Base Boy XLT. You're still paying $60. Here's the thing. I don't see the point in getting a cheap F-150 Lightning for a lot of people. Just because $60,000 for a pretty basic, only 230 miles of range, not as fast, everything. Just go out and get yourself a normal. I mean, how much does a normal F-150 XLT start at?
40 or something. 45.
40. Yep.
40. Yeah, but well, that's a two-door though.
Oh, you're right. Let's do Super Crew. 45.
Okay.
So
it's $15,000 less.
Mm-hmm. When are you going to make up that $15,000 worth of gas cost? You know what I mean? It's going to take a while. So I say at this point,
just get a Lariat.
Yeah, just get a Lariat.
Range.
Oh, this is the element that I find notable. So watch the price of XLT standard range versus extended range. $20,000 gap, right?
21,000.
Right. Standard range versus extended range in the Lariat, only an $11,000 gap. So if you're going to step up to the extended range anyway, which I think is worth doing, it's less dramatic of a jump to just get the Lariat.
It's so expensive.
It is so expensive.
God.
Yeah. The truck we're driving right now that is only $80,000 price tag
would be
sticker is more than that because it starts at 86 with no options.
Well, I don't think it has options. Oh, it has a couple, I suppose.
We have some sort of towing. I like the wheels on it, honestly. This is pretty much what ours looks like.
Yeah, cool aero wheels.
Do you see anything about fake noise? Fake noise, fake noise, fake noise. Interior.
You only get one choice. Okay, so there are no available options. You just get it how you get it, I guess.
Yeah, so maybe it's maybe that's a platinum thing.
Could be.
Either way, all of that is to say I'm okay without having the fake noise because I loved how quiet that truck was. Even at 70 miles per hour, just
whisper quiet.
Yeah. And
go ahead.
I think that truck, and it's not even a think thing, that truck is faster above 70 than the Mach-E GT was.
Oh, yeah.
Which is nutso. You're telling me that the F-150 is quicker than the GT Mustang?
Yes.
Because the GT Mustang fell off dramatically at above like 65, 70 miles per hour. The truck does not. The truck keeps pulling.
Do you think it's to stop degens from speeding too much in the Mach-E GT?
No, I think it's some cost-cutting measure by Ford, like overheating sort of thing. Like the car would overheat if you could like go faster than that.
What I was going to say is the Lightning rides nicer than a traditional F-150.
Yeah, it does ride pretty well.
Lower center of gravity or something. I don't know what causes it, but it's a lot smoother than a regular gas F-150.
I'm very much looking forward to smaller trucks going electric. If I get an electric Ranger
Lightning,
sounds stupid, but Mach
it's the
Ranger.
brand. Ford is all about brands.
Then why isn't it a Mustang Lightning?
Because that's okay.
That's for cars?
No, because that's the Mustang brand. It's not Lightning. It's not EV brand. It's the Mach-E is a Mustang that happens to be electric.
Even though it's 4 doors and just an entirely different car from a Mustang.
Yes, whereas the Lightning brand is like the truck EV brand. There'll be like I'm sure there'll be a Maverick Lightning and a Ranger Lightning.
I would buy that from you if the Mach-E were legitimately like a Mustang that just happened to be electric. Like if it were a coupe, low seating position, 2-door, all that thing. And then I would say, okay, Mach-E, that makes sense.
But it's the Mustang brand. It's like in the Mustang family. I'm just telling you why.
Yeah.
It's like
I hate Ford's branding department.
I know. It's just the Mustang. Horrendous. You've got the Mustang family with the Mustang Mach-E and the regular Mustang. You've got the Bronco family with the Bronco and the Bronco Sport, and then you've got
the truck family. So what are they?
Not yet, because it's only the Lightning is only on the F-150. But I'm assuming that we're going to see it on Ranger and Maverick.
How do you feel about brands?
Because think about it this way, okay? You've got the F-150 Tremor, the Ranger Tremor, and now the Maverick Tremor. So you know that they're all going to be Lightnings. They're not going to be like Ranger E, Maverick
So for the
E.
SUVs that have Timberline, do you think electrics will be something different? Like the electric Forest?
They'll probably, that's actually really funny. They probably will call those something.
Okay.
They'll probably just be like Escape Electric, you know, like how when they did the Focus
Escape
Electric. Yeah.
How do you feel about brands that do that, like the Genesis, for example, just G80 electric? Do you think that's a smart
fine.
way to do it?
I think it's fine if there's a sub version of the car that is also petrol.
Okay.
But if you're coming out with a totally new model, like call it something unique, like the Ioniq 5.
So it shouldn't be like the Ioniq 5 electric.
No.
Okay.
No, because it's its own car.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. We're so smart when it comes to cars.
We are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone should just hire us. Seriously, I that was a joke, but
no,
I do find it interesting that more brands don't consult with journalists.
They or just hire journalists.
Yeah.
Because they drive everything.
Yeah. Some brands have done that.
Though, to be fair,
every car
a lot of brands
would be brown and a manual and a wagon.
Well, yes. But a lot of brands, well, I'm sure every brand benchmarks their cars and they just go to dealerships and buy competitors' cars.
Yeah. But that still doesn't mean that they are, like, they could still just be wrong about things.
That's true.
They don't have the experience in their focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My an old family friend who used to work at Ford, he was there around when the original Ford GT, like early 2000s Ford GT was being developed, and he was kind of part of that. He was in with those guys, part of that engineering team, and they bought a Ferrari 360 and benchmarked it back then. But I want to say that he told me that they had to be super secretive about buying it.
Yeah. Because
obviously Ferrari was not just going to sell. No. I think they bought it used. I think it was a used Ferrari 360. Like it was like, you know, it had like 1,000 miles on it or something.
Yeah.
And they just bought it from a dealership.
Probably had to be super sneaky. Like
had to be super sneaky.
Fake person. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. But yeah, so that they benchmarked with the Ferrari 360 and then they crushed it at the end. It got crushed. Because he said it was. He said it was so. Like, he was like, there was no way. There was no saving that car because it was just destroyed from all the benchmarking. But
it turned it into like a track.
Got crushed. Yeah.
Hey,
allegedly it got crushed. I mean, I don't know why he would lie about that, but. Yeah.
Have you seen? I'm sure it's already sold by now. But that Corvette that went up on Bring a Trailer,
the electric
Cars and Bids, that was like a stripped out Corvette C6.
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
Let me see if it's.
I saw on TikTok a electric C4 Corvette that was built by. Oh, who built it? It was a collab, GM and some other company.
Oh, look at all the fun things going up on Cars and Bids today. A Touareg TDI. It's only a V6 though. An M2.
That's a decent price for that E36. I don't know that I'd pay more than that for it, but $6,000. The E36.
Oh, that's an E36. Yeah. Ford GTs.
You got to have that Eurovan. Why aren't you bidding on that?
I don't like those old ones. I quite like this,
What if it was converted to being electric?
Then yes, I would be interested. Yes.
That's a V10 SR.
Whoa, look at this S2000 for only $10,000.
It's got to have like 200,000 miles on it.
Yeah, probably. Land Cruiser. Wait, would your buddy Dane be interested in a Land Cruiser?
Yes, he absolutely would.
Tell him to buy this one.
I should tell him to buy that. Can you click on it and see if it's nice?
So you got 100K on Land Cruiser with 100,000 miles. It has a steering wheel cover.
Gross.
Ooh, it is tan though.
Steering wheel's probably nice under that. It looks like it's nice.
Yeah, you'd hope so.
I would rip that off immediately.
Yeah, Land Cruisers are sweet.
I bought a Focus a couple weeks ago, and it had a steering wheel cover on it, and the first thing I did was rip the steering wheel cover off, throw it right in the trash.
Oh my gosh,
that's a ZHP.
Oh, it's automatic though.
Yeah.
Oh, but
the Gentleman's M3. It's only got 32,000 miles on it.
Beautiful. Look at this. Come on, internet. Let's go. Look at those wheels. That blue. What's the name of this blue? Is it?
I don't know. It's not Estral blue like mine.
Oh, it's a degenerate car though. Because look at the license plate. How do you sell on Bring a Trailer and still think you need to cover the license plate?
I have no idea.
Why is it not covered here? Okay, so that's confusing. All right. Yeah.
All right, Mr. HSB 3903 2006 BMW 330 Ci ZHP VIN WBA WBW 5343. Okay.
We're coming after you. That's very nice. I like that. Why is there a 300? I guess if it's a fairly clean
Brand new
300cc.
540iX.
Florida spec. My goodness. Celica GT. That's
2015 Macan S.
Hey, a Lightning. Your dad could buy this one, 112.
That one was on Bring a Trailer, I think.
Boxster S, 2001. It's had the new IMS bearing.
Good. So where's the C6 you were talking about?
Yes. Sorry. Very distracted.
We get distracted easily on
Yes.
sites like these. Was it like a prototype car or what? Oh, nope. It was a vet cart.
6-speed manual. Extensive modifications. It is street legal.
It didn't sell.
Oh, it didn't sell.
No.
Okay. Did that mean he had a reserve on it?
Yeah, because bid to 13,000 means it didn't sell.
Okay. Yeah, it's entirely stripped out other than the hood and the seats.
I think you could swing more than 13 for that. I think.
I would love to have this, to be honest. It
I
weighs
feel
like
you could-
27
Oh, it has a rebuilt title.
I'd be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at it. It's not like you're trying to get it perfect.
How do you even get a rebuilt title for that? I guess if you
It
know.
might have been rebuilt first and then
true.
stripped down
Yeah,
after
that's
that.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. It's what did people say?
I feel like you could get 18 to 20,000 for that car. Honestly.
Well, they clearly didn't. I put too much work and effort on this project and I can't let it go. Thank you for your interest.
Sounds like a boomer thing to say.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a boomer who put this car together. I'm pretty sure it's in Florida.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That car wouldn't be anywhere else. That's such a Florida man machine right there.
Right. So I will say, back to the F-150 Lightning.
Oh, right.
There are elements of the F-150 that can be overlooked because of how good the powertrain is. Things like the shifter.
Oh, the shifter's dreadful.
Yeah.
We know
like
this already. We've said it.
The cheaper kind of interior, the screen that's laggy.
It is a little bit nicer than the regular F-150 interior because it has, I think, the dashboard from the Expedition.
Oh.
Because it doesn't have the stupid plastic.
You're sure that's not just a new thing they're doing for all 22s or something like that?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But the dashboard's a lot nicer than the gas F-150.
Well, here's a question. Gun to your head, you got to go down and put a loan down. Would you get the F-150 Lightning or a new Silverado? Not the electric, just like...
The Silverado.
Okay.
Because it has Super Cruise.
Blue Cruise sucks dick.
Yeah, it's not very good. It makes you touch the steering wheel.
No.
Mine did twice.
Did it actually have the thing on the left that said hands-free driving?
Yes. And it said, keep your hands on the steering wheel.
Interesting. Because I thought it only did that when Blue Cruise was disengaged. Because that's the problem I found is Blue Cruise just disengaged periodically.
Yeah, it would just stop.
Yeah.
And then boop, boop,
for no
boop,
good
boop,
reason.
boop.
It wasn't like a construction zone. It wasn't inclement weather or anything.
Blue Cruise it's not fully there yet. Whereas Super Cruise is very confidence inspiring. Blue Cruise, you hover your hands.
Did you also notice that it would like wiggle itself in the lane a little bit?
Yeah, well,
like the steering wheel was constantly making little
so
adjustments.
when I drove the Mach-E GT at the launch in California, they were demoing Blue Cruise to us there. It was sketchy. The car was like all over the place. If you watch the Topher video on the Mach-E GT, you can see my first impressions to Blue Cruise, and it was like it was a little sketchy. But
Yeah, you're right. That is a good reason to pick the Chevy.
I also think the interior quality is nicer.
Oh, it's so much
in the Chevy.
I much prefer the interior of the Chevy.
And the tailgate's better in the Chevy.
It is. How did you like having a power up and down tailgate?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I don't mind though. I mean, tailgates aren't heavy, so whatever.
I appreciated that you could still close it manually without
That's
it like
true.
Like
tailgates used to be heavy, but they aren't anymore.
Right, now that they're aluminum. Maverick's tailgate's still a little heavy.
Is it a little heavy? The Ford tailgate's super light.
Yeah. No, I would take the Lightning over the Silverado. I quite liked it.
Would you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm most excited, and mark my words, about the Silverado electric.
Yeah.
Silverado
should have called it the Avalanche.
No, they shouldn't have. We just talked about this.
I told you that they shouldn't have, but they should have. It makes sense for the market to call it the Silverado, but it's spiritual successor to the Avalanche.
In what way?
Because it looks like an Avalanche and it has the pass-through tailgate.
Yeah,
and it's quirky.
Fair. Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
But I get why they would have been stupid to call it the Avalanche.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have made no sense for the market. But
and then Ram will come out with an electric vehicle and it'll catch on fire.
And it'll have like 14,000 horsepower.
You're right.
And they'll
You'll be able to outrun your flames.
Yes.
Put the car out by just putting
The new, so we haven't talked about this on here, but SRT came out with an EV and it looks awesome. Like it's a really good looking car.
It's a concept.
It has speakers on the outside of it.
Yeah.
So you can still be a D-Gen even with an EV. I think that's fabulous for their market. The people are going to love that because that's the only reason that people buy the Scat Packs. They cut the mufflers off so they can be loud. And people are going to find a way to make it even louder. I bet Dodge is going to sell a kit to put, there'll be optional outside speakers that you can put on this SRT EV to be extremely loud. And there will come a time where there will be so many pass-throughs on these speakers, right? You'll go so hard on them so many times that they'll blow. And then you'll have people at the Dream Cruise in 20 years with these SRT EVs with blown ass speakers. And it's going to be the same sort of, oh, okay, well, there he goes. Like when you're with like crackles. Like when you're at the Dream Cruise and there's like a Boomer and a General Lee and he has like the horn, but it's like he's done it so many times that it's like it's going to be like that.
Oh my.
We love Stellantis. What would we do without Stellantis? We wouldn't have a podcast.
We wouldn't have a podcast.
No.
No, Stellantis and all brand keep us afloat.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll have all those features on this new electric Ram or Dodge product, but yet it'll still have no anti-theft protection.
No, it'll be these will be among the first EVs that you'll be able to steal.
Yeah. Somehow you'll still be able to get in and turn them on by boosting the key from the house, and it'll start right up and go into drive and drive away.
Yep.
Maybe when cars are electric, Stellantis, or not electric, but autonomous, Stellantis cars will still have a feature where you can like hack in and steal them from remotely. So you could just like have it drive to your house and be like, navigate to desolate house in Detroit.
You can steal them you'll be like driving on your way home. You look over and like the SRT EV next to you just has no one in it. And you're like, oh, that's stolen.
Yeah. No, I am excited about that.
There'll be one of those behind every house in Detroit because then they won't have to pay for electricity. They'll just power it from their electric car.
They'll steal the electric car and then drive it to
their house
house
from
in
it.
Detroit to cook meth. Powered off the Stellantis product. And then they'll just leave it there. They'll find crack dens with like 17 dead Stellantis electric products out back. Perfectly good because they won't have cats to cut off them anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, so they'll just be perfectly good cars that just need to be charged.
I think, and I am stealing this.
No one steal this idea.
Do you know who? Well, no, because I'm stealing it. Do you know who David Freiberger is from Roadkill?
No.
He raised an interesting point on Facebook a couple weeks ago when the SRT EV concept was revealed. He said, "Who do you think is going to be the first person to Hellcat swap one of these?" Who do you think is going to be the first person to Hellcat swap a SRT EV?
Tavares?
No. Stellantis.
What do you mean?
As like they're going to be like, "Oh, surprise, there's one with a Hellcat engine." Like a one-off like a
sure,
for
one last
for like the Dream Cruise or something.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, here's one with a Hellcat engine."
Fair enough. They would
just
do
like
that
in a funny way, because it's
right.
like just like a Stellantis thing.
I hope that when someone starts coming out with custom sounds for these EVs that you can customize yourself. Tesla was really close with that.
The horn, yeah.
But then the NHTSA took that away.
You can't do that anymore?
Not while you're driving.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's really sad. Can you do it while you're parked, though?
Maybe. I think so. Well, because they had like customizable driving sounds that you could do for like 2 weeks there as well. And then the government said, no, you can't do that. Which I want customizable driving sounds.
Why does the government do that?
I don't know.
Why? Who is that hurting?
Yeah.
You can be here in Michigan. I can understand in California because they don't allow anything. But in Michigan, you can buy a Scat Pack, cut the mufflers off, and be the loudest person in the entire world. So what is the problem with someone in a Tesla putting a Jetsons sound on their...
Yeah. You can also just like roll your windows down and play music loudly out of your speakers.
Right.
You could play the sound of a Ferrari F430. Why can't you just have that go through the external speakers of the car?
It's all about control, man.
And it happens to be...
They just want to control us.
Damn government. They're getting us. Oh, that's a good one.
Thank you. I don't do it into the mic, though.
Yeah. Is that from your Hillshire Farms?
Probably. I'm going to inhale the rest of that once we stop.
Yes, I believe you. That is one thing, again, I liked about the F-150 Lightning, is there wasn't really any fake sound going slow. Did you notice that? There was a slight backup beep sound.
Yeah, well, yeah, the dong,
Right.
dong, dong.
You know what car doesn't have that? My Escape Hybrid.
Yeah,
Backs up in
that was a
silence.
problem working at the Ford dealership back in the day. Is all of the hybrid cars? No, and this is not. I'm not even joking. They would sneak up on you. Like you
Okay.
turn around, boom, C-Max right there behind you. It's like holy crap. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Because they were just so quiet. And they didn't made no noise back then.
I think F-150 Lightning will be up there for my car of the year this year.
Okay,
Yeah. I don't think it'll win.
mine's gonna be
Very
the
close.
Porsche Macan
Yeah.
S.
Yep.
Or maybe the GTS
Maybe the
if we
GTS,
get that.
we'll see. Yep. This week at Daily Motor Headquarters,
11 million cars.
yeah, so many cars, all the cars, starting off with the Hyundai Kona N.
Yes, that was a good surprise this morning. It actually got me out of bed. I woke up. Charlie was like, "We're getting a Kona N," and I leapt out of bed.
Yippee!
Yeah, and here I am now
And here you are, in a new hat.
in a new hat that I bought at the Woodward Dream Cruise.
Remarkably, it already looks faded. I think they did that
I think it's on
intentionally.
purpose. I think it was supposed to
It
look.
looks like a boomer hat.
Yeah, that was what I was going for. So I am becoming a fan of these very obnoxious boomer clothes.
You're like the equivalent of some like
It's like a Gen Z
ratchet,
thing.
like
Ratchet.
sorority girl or whatever who likes to wear like ratted clothes or something like that. But you're not with ratted clothes. You're with boomer clothes.
Yeah, no, it's very much a Gen Z thing.
I learned that some Gen Zs now are wearing toddler T-shirts, women particularly.
Yes, they go to Target into the toddler section and get like little crop tops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've seen that a bunch.
So that's a
I
thing.
mean, it's clothes that fit them, and it's cheaper than buying regular clothes.
Fit them is a loose term, but yes, it's a different fit.
Emily could fit into it, guaranteed.
You're right. She could probably fit into a normal toddler tee, but it'd be a crop top still.
It'd be a crop top just
Yeah.
because it would be short.
Right.
But yeah.
And it'd be tight.
What was I gonna say? I went
Boomer clothing.
right. Yeah. So I went to the big T-shirt booth, and there were probably more down.
Is that its official term? The big T-shirt booth.
Yeah, big T-shirt booth. And it was in Birmingham, so it was actually like it was like a nice trailer, like a nice thing.
Yeah, they have nice things.
And I was looking for a very obnoxious Woodward Dream Cruise shirt that looked kind of
like
vintagey.
white, kind of like your NASCAR shirt.
My NASCAR shirt, and then
But just
also
with
my
Woodward Dream Cruise.
my drag racing shirt.
Yep, your
with the
NHRA,
really
yeah.
obnoxious
Mhm.
graphic on the back, and none of them were like I don't know. They were almost too modern looking. Like they were like really like kind of like nice looking Woodward Dream Cruise just type of thing. But then I saw this hat, and I was like, yes, that is it. So that's why I bought a hat instead of a T-shirt.
Very good boomer spec.
Thank you.
Yep.
You're looking concerned there for a second.
Yeah, we're just getting our Kona N here soon.
Oh.
Yep. I think the Kona N will be cool. I think we will wish it were a manual, but only just for the noise aspect. I think we'll be okay with the DCT because I've driven the Kona N twice now.
Same.
I do think our buttholes are going to pucker a little bit over some of these Michigan roads.
It is a stiff car. It's like
Stiff.
Focus RS stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. Rather than a full comparo between those two cars, I know the seat's out of your dad's Focus RS, but you should simply do a ride comparison. You should like, okay,
The seat might be back in time to do it.
if we were a
Shouldn't take too
very classless YouTube channel in like the early 2010s, like a Vehicle Virgin style channel, we would get a woman with larger breasts. And
Today I have my sister riding in the car with me.
she'd be in a bikini top in the passenger seat, and there'd be a GoPro headed in that direction of her top, and there'd be some sort of measurement on the you'd go over the rough road section of the Daily Motor test loop, and you would see the differences between the two cars.
Charlie's on the phone, which means I'm eating.
Hello, this is Charlie.
Hi, Charles.
Yep.
This Pat from Navs.
Okay.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. I just want to let you know that we'll be a little before 1:30. We'll drop off the X3 and then pick up the i4.
Wonderful. We've got the car actually out back today. It's
Okay.
sitting out back there, and it's keys in it, ready to go, and we'll probably meet you out there.
Okay, sounds good. We'll see you then.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right, bye, Charles.
Bye. You'd think that were the first phone call that individual ever made. Well, cool. Now we're getting the next car that's coming into DMHQ here soon.
Let me say it. 2022 BMW X3 M Competition X Drive.
Douchebag spec.
Douchebag spec.
Actually, it's
Miami.
not douchebag spec because
It's Miami
gray.
spec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gray, so it's okay. Another car that's going to be firm and remarkably jumpy on the throttle.
Yeah, I don't get it, but maybe after spending some time with it, I will. I just don't get that car. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
You have a friend
personally.
who owns one.
No, he doesn't. He no longer owns it.
Oh, what happened?
You're going to love what he got to replace it. You're going to love it. Guess.
All right, I have 3 guesses, okay?
Okay, you get 3 guesses. I guarantee you'll get it with one.
Oh, really?
You probably will.
Are you being sarcastic that you love what he got?
Kind of?
Oh, so it's not a Macan.
No. No, it's like a...
Fitting?
Yeah.
Okay. So he
Sorry,
had an
Brian.
X3M.
Sorry, Brian, if
Model
you're
Y
listening.
performance?
Huh?
Model Y performance?
No.
Okay.
Maybe you're not going to get it. Totally different genre of car.
Oh.
But still like
Onward.
Hoonigan.
GT500.
No, that's closer though.
All right, last guess.
That's actually quite close.
Oh, I'm going to say a Demon.
Very close. Charger Hellcat wide body.
Wide body. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Can you not get the Demon anymore? Sorry, Red Eye.
His uncle has a Demon.
His Hellcat Red Eye is what I meant.
I don't think
Is it
his
not a
I
Red
don't
Eye?
think his is a red eye.
Who buys a Hellcat and doesn't get the
I
Red Eye?
don't think he could get an allocation for a red eye. He tried, but I think they were just like, you can have this regular Hellcat or nothing,
Okay.
and he was like, okay, I'll get the regular Hellcat.
Has he taken delivery?
Yes, so he lives in North Carolina, and he ordered it here in Michigan because it's the only place he could find one.
Okay.
And it was actually worked out really well for him because it got delivered to the dealership Dream Cruise weekend.
Oh.
So he came down here, drove it at the
perfect car
Dream
to
Cruise.
pick up Dream Cruise?
Literally, he drove it at the Dream Cruise, got a nail in his tire the day that he picked it up, and got it fixed. It was patchable.
Okay.
And yeah, now it lives back in North Carolina.
Well, I've never met this individual, but based on the 2 cars that I know you've owned,
Sorry, Brian, we love you.
it's douchebag specs. Yeah. What color is this Hellcat?
It's like metallic red, like a dark metallic red.
Is that Hellraisin or is that
No, Hellraisin's like purple. I think
dark
it's
metallic red? It's probably some like.
it was the color of that Grand Cherokee L that we had.
Oh, that's a
yeah.
nice one. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
it's a nice color. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know what color interior it has. Probably just black.
Well, Chris and I are so uninterested in driving the X3 M Comp, sorry BMW, that neither of us have signed it out this week.
I'm gonna have the Kona N. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
excited
think
to drive
Kona N will
that.
be a lot more fun.
I
Half
am
the price.
I am driving the X3 tonight though.
Oh, you
I'm
are?
driving the X3 home.
Oh,
for
yeah,
tonight.
because you and I need to go and get the Lightning from your house.
Yes, we
Yeah.
do.
In theory, if you want, you can drive the Lightning still. But like, spend one night in the X3M. And I'll probably spend one night too. I just don't know which night it'll be.
Yeah.
So, yep. The third car we're
Third
getting
car.
this week is the Ford Mustang Mach 1.
But unfortunately, we don't know any details about it. All we
And
know
by
is
any
that
details, all he means is will it have the 10-speed automatic or the 6-speed manual? Because that's the only thing that matters. Don't
Yeah.
care what tires are on it.
Mm-mm.
Although, I will say the PPL2
I
tires
don't want those
are
because they
so sketchy.
they tramline everywhere.
They tramline everywhere, and there's like this much tread from the factory.
Yeah.
They're
I hope it doesn't have those. It is. You know what it's going to be? It's going to have those and a 10-speed.
10-speed. We'll park it.
Yeah.
We will park that car. Ford, you'll just give it back. Ford, come get it.
You only drove it half a mile.
Don't want it. Yep. Yeah. No, I'm excited to drive that car just because Mustangs are cool.
Yeah. No,
Those
we
things are
we,
fun.
we joke about it, but I was also considering maybe taking that car to the Wednesday night Depot Town Car Show. That would fit in there
Yeah,
nicely.
that's a good idea. Yeah. Oh yeah. Boomers love Mustang. Any special edition Mustang.
Mach
In fact,
1.
this isn't a Mustang, but Steve, if you're listening, we say this with love. The individual next door to us.
Oh, hello, Steve.
His name is Steve.
He probably is listening. I think he listens to the podcast. I think they all do over there. Well, Steve and Andrew. Steve and Andrew.
They just got their ear to the wall.
Yeah.
No. Oh, we need to take Andrew for a ride in the Lightning, don't
Yes, we do.
forget.
Yeah.
Maybe when we bring it back here, we can do that.
Yeah.
Steve likes orange cars. He likes orange special edition vehicles. So he has a Harley Davidson edition F250.
Oh,
Super Duty, that's
okay.
orange.
That's actually really cool. I like
And
those.
He currently has an orange Camaro, like a 2010, the first year that like they came out with the new Camaro, I think it was.
Is it SS?
I believe so, yes. But he wants to sell that to get the Hot Wheels edition Camaro
Oh,
SS
yeah, those
that were only in orange.
they did a blue one also.
Did they?
Hot Wheels Camaro.
Okay,
well,
well,
they
you can
made
get
a,
it in,
they made a
like-
couple different Hot Wheels
Sure,
Camaros
sure,
because there
yeah.
was like a 2013, then there was like a
No, the newest
2016.
one was orange.
Did they do
I believe.
a new style
Yep.
Hot Wheels Camaro? Okay.
Yep. He really likes it. He really wants one. And I feel like that's like a total boomer car.
Oh,
but
Hot Wheels Camaro? Oh, yeah,
I think
totally.
Steve's a boomer. So, yep. Oh, and I think he might have an orange Harley Davidson as well. Like a bike. So at least he's a Harley Davidson truck owner who has a matching Harley Davidson bike to go with it.
I used to hate the Harley Davidson trucks, but now that I like things that are like different and like unique, dude, if I was gonna get an F-150, I would go full King Ranch. Seriously,
I love it.
I would get a King Ranch. And honestly, if the Harley truck was still available, maybe, depending on like how different and unique it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can you imagine if I drove around my vehicles with like Suzuki stickers on the side, like my town and country?
Well, no, that wouldn't work because cheeseburger, Harley Davidson, Ford F-150.
They all
the
go
three most
together
American
so
things in the
well.
world.
I know.
Think about a new Ford F-150 with the table.
Cheeseburger table. Wow.
They're
Ford,
missing out here.
Ford, you're missing out. You got
God,
hear us out on
cheeseburger
this
sounds
one.
good. Can we get cheeseburger?
Yeah, we can get
Sounds so
cheeseburger
good.
after this. You have to come out with. They could do it with the all electric Harley Davidsons that are out, the Livewire. They could have an electric F-150 Lightning Harley Davidson edition
With a mount for the bike in the
with
back.
a mount for the bike.
And a cheeseburger.
And they could spec it. They could have an accessory that goes with it that you could plug your electric Harley Davidson in and charge it from the truck.
Oh my
Which
God,
would be
we are
neat.
just-
You could tow
Dude.
you could have it in the back of the Lightning charging
Charging
up, so it'd
as
be
it
full when you
drives.
get there. Ford, what are you doing, man?
Why haven't they hired us? This
really,
is unbelievable.
They really ought to.
Oh, what a shame. That would be dope. We should
That'd be
edit
really good.
edit this out and we'll make
We'll keep
make
this.
one.
Yeah, you could honestly do really well to have special edit. Yeah, Harley and Ford, get on it, and we'll buy one.
So William, don't steal that idea.
Yeah,
because
William.
we're taking that.
Yeah, Moran, if you'd like to fund us, hit me
Yeah,
up. You know
Moran.
where to find me on the Instagram messages that don't notify me. Yeah,
Same.
and yeah, that's it. Those are the three cars we have.
I don't think there's any Copart vehicles. Let me check. Plus, we've
No.
also been recording for like 2 hours,
Yeah, and I have to pee.
and Charlie has to pee. I have 11 Copart vehicles we have to go through before you can pee.
Holy, no, you don't.
I actually don't think I have any.
My Copart
Oh, I have
Escape's running
one.
wonderfully
I don't
though.
know.
Thank you, Keone, for fixing that, and it runs so well, and I
don't
love
show
it.
that one. Yeah, no Copart vehicles. But yes, the Copart, the Daily Motor Copart Escape is up and running, and Charlie loves it. It's his pride and
great.
joy. He's never going to sell it. He's going to give it to his kids when they graduate high school as their graduation present. It probably won't have any more rust by then, but if it does, then it just adds character.
I know we joke, but I am genuinely curious how far that powertrain would go without having anything like catastrophic.
That's got to be one of the highest mileage ones in existence, just because
No,
they
the-
rust out.
The New York taxis put a ton of miles on their hybrid powertrains.
Those were hybrid escapes.
Yep.
Okay. Well, just forget what I just said. But yeah, those probably have like 500,000 or more.
So tune in next week to see which of our three douchebag spec cars we like the most. Because they're all kind of douchebag in their own.
The Kona
way.
N's a little bit of a douche
A little
car.
bit of a douche car, especially if
the
it's bright.
least-
If it's a bright color.
Yeah, hopefully it's
And the Mach 1's
red.
kind of a douchebag spec just because it's a GT Mustang.
Boomer douche.
It's boomer douche.
You've got
There you go.
you've got tech douche in the Kona, tech douche in the Kona N, boomer douche in the Mustang Mach 1,
And
and
sunglasses
general
douche.
sunglasses Miami douche in
In
the
the
X3 M.
Yep. Douche week here at Daily Motor. And we'll see you on the next one. We're Charlie and Chris with Daily Motor.
And as always, douche on. I'm glad that was consensus there.
Let's go get burgers.
Okay.
Let's pick up the F-150 Lightning and we can eat burgers on the burger stand.
Yeah, we should. Would you like any more meat from here?
I'll take your meat.